I'm not doing MCQ theory only. I'm continuing. Last class we did till angular dispersion and dispersive power, correct?
Application of TIR.
Acha, application of TIR I have started. Okay, sorry. Yes, I'm continuing that. And this diagram then I have drawn, na?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This one diagram we have drawn like this. This way done.
Yes, sir.
So we did like this. Refractive index of glass is 3 upon 2. Therefore, sine C is 1 upon 3 by 2 equals to 1 upon equals to 2 by 3, 0.667. Therefore, 42 degrees. This much we did, na?
Yes, sir.
We have drawn this diagram. Right. Below this, write down. When ray of light is incident perpendicular to the perpendicular to the perpendicular sides of prism, then it falls on longest side at an angle of incidence 45 degree, which is greater than critical angle. Hence, it undergoes total internal reflection and ray bends by 90 degree and ray bends by 90 degree. Ray bends by 90 degree. This principle, ray bends by 90 degree. This principle is used in periscope. This principle is used in periscope. First was when light incident perpendicular to the perpendicular faces, it falls on longest side, bends by 90 degree. This principle is used in periscope. Now, next one, when ray of light will get reflected by 180 degree. See, is the longest side of right angle triangular prism longest side of right angle triangular prism if ray of light is incident perpendicular to the longest side. Can you tell what is this angle? How much is this angle? Hello? How much is this angle?
45.
45 degree. So light is incident at what angle on this side AB? 45? This is 45, this is 90, this is 45, this angle is 45.
Yes, sir.
So what will be nature? Will it go in second medium or it will come back into the same medium or it will go on the surface? So angle of incidence, because it is 45 degree, then ray of light will undergo total internal reflection. So that means it will fall on this surface. Here what will be angle of incidence? If you draw this normal at this end, what will be angle of incidence? This is 45 degree. So again, this is right angle triangle. 45, 45, 45. This will be also 45. So ray of light will undergo total internal reflection and follows this path. So it was going from P to Q, came to R, went back. How much degree reflection? 90 degree or 180 degree? Hello?
180 degree.
So coming to the right, going left, that means it is getting back by 180 degree. So this principle is generally used in binoculars. So draw this diagram of second reflecting surface. Diagram over.
Yes, sir.
Right. When ray of light is incident, when ray of light is incident perpendicular to the longest side, when ray of light is incident perpendicular to the longest side of isosceles right angled prism, then it bends by 180 as shown. This principle is used in binoculars. Is used in binoculars. If done, then please say so that I can clear and start with the second application.
Done, sir.
So first application was reflecting prism. In two ways we can use: to bend by 90 and to bend by 180. Second application, optical fiber. Mostly this is asked in exam. Write short note on optical fiber. Optical fiber. It works on the principle of total internal reflection. It works on the principle of total internal reflection. Let us see construction, diagram and working. So it works on the principle of total internal reflection. It consists of it works on the principle of total internal reflection. It consists of thin optical fiber having diameter of usually 1 micrometer. Micrometer means 10 raised to minus 6 meter. It consists of fiber made up of glass, usually 10 raised to minus 6 meter. It consists of central cylindrical part called as core, having refractive index of nearly 1.7. It is coated with another glass material of refractive index 1.6. This is called as cladding. To clad means to cover. It's called cladding. जैसा बुक को कवर कर लेते हैं, ऐसा इसका ऊपर कवरिंग होता है, called as cladding. So it consists of a thin fiber having diameter 10 raised to minus 6 meter, made up of glass. Central part consists of refractive index 1.7. Outer part is coated with another having refractive index 1.6, called as cladding. Okay, clear this much? Hello? This much is clear?
Yes.
When light is incident on one end at very small angle, then it undergoes refraction and moves towards the cladding. This light is incident at angle greater than critical angle on the cladding. ये अंदर वाला denser, cladding वाला rarer. This is denser, cladding is rarer. What will happen if light is incident at angle greater than critical angle? It will undergo total internal reflection.
Yes, sir.
So when light is incident at one end, it undergoes refraction and enters the core and then moves towards cladding, that is denser to rarer, and undergoes total internal reflection. This phenomenon continues till the ray of light emerges out. Diagram clear? Yes, diagram is done. Understood? Hello,
Yes.
principal diagram followed? Okay, right principal, draw the diagram, then I'm explaining construction, working, uses. It works on the principle of total internal reflection. Then draw diagram.
Done, sir.
Okay. Right. It consists of It consists of thin fibers made up of glass having diameter in the order of 1 micrometer. The central cylindrical part called as core has refractive index nearly 1.7. The outer part is coated with another glass material of refractive index nearly 1.6 called as it is called as cladding. It is called as cladding. Okay, done. Construction.
Yes, sir.
Next line, right? When next line means now it is actually working there. Right? When ray of light is incident at very small angle.
It's the working, right?
Yeah. When ray of light is incident at very, we are writing in paragraph wise, so you can write construct working, no problem, but directly no problem, working. When ray of light is incident at very small angle with the surface, then it undergoes refraction and falls on the interface of core and cladding at an angle greater than critical angle. Falls on the interface of core and cladding at an angle greater than critical angle. Hence, undergoes total internal reflection undergoes multiple total internal reflection and emerges out and emerges out. Okay, completed.
Yes.
Next, right? Uses. First, it is used in telecommunication system. It is used in telecommunication system. It is used in telecommunication system. It is used to send TV signals from one place to another. It is used in medical purpose in medical purpose for endoscopy. It is used in medical purpose for endoscopy. Completed. Then one derivation I'm starting.
Done.
Show that for a single spherical surface show that for a single spherical surface, mu2 minus mu1 upon r equals to mu2 upon v minus mu1 upon u. Show that for a single spherical surface, mu2 minus mu1 upon r equals to mu2 upon v minus mu1 upon u. Just write this heading.
Done.
Okay. Here r means radius of curvature, v is the image distance, u is the object distance. This is refractive index of rarer medium, refractive index of denser medium. So we have to draw first ray diagram to get image, so that we can get u, v and r, and then let us check the relation. Consider a spherical surface A, P, B having radius of curvature r to be situated in such a way that it divides the medium into two parts, rarer and denser. Let mu1, mu2 be the refractive index of rarer and denser medium respectively. Let O be the point object at a distance u from P. Okay, just draw this much first.
Done, sir.
Okay. Further see. O is point object at distance u. We have to draw ray diagram. Ray OA is incident on refracting surface at an angle of incidence I. Ray OA is incident at an angle of incidence I. So this I have drawn normal. We know circle, when you draw small part, it is tangent. Tangent and radius are perpendicular. So this normal which I have drawn AC, because it will behave like radius, so it will pass through center. So we can say PC distance equals to radius of curvature. At point A, ray OA undergoes refraction and follows path AI, undergoes refraction and follows path AI. Let V be the distance. I is the image of object O, V be its distance. Let R be the angle of refraction. Let alpha, beta, gamma be the angle made by incident ray, refracted ray, normal with the principal axis. So we have to connect U, V, R, mu1, mu2 and prove that mu2 minus mu1 upon R equals to mu2 upon V minus mu2, mu1 upon U. Diagram everybody has followed? And this why PCs are that also followed? Like this is part of a circle. So if I take small part, it will behave like tangent. So this is nothing but normal means radius. Radius will pass through center. इसलिए PC equal to R. Clear? Hello, diagram part, no doubt, no diagram.
So what's that AC?
No, AC is normal, na?
So AC is normal.
AC is
And
normal.
I is the image object.
I is the image, yeah. AC is normal. That's why I said ki this is normal. That means we know radius and tangent are perpendicular. And normal is also perpendicular, therefore it will pass through C.
Okay.
Draw diagram. Diagram completed.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just explaining diagram in writing. Then we'll see how to get the relations. Right. Consider a single spherical surface A, P, B having radius of curvature R to be situated in medium such that it divides medium into two parts, rarer and denser. into two parts, rarer and denser. Just tell, shall I clear this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody is done till last line?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It divides the medium into two parts, rarer and denser. Let mu1, comma mu2 be refractive indices of rarer and denser medium respectively. Let O be the point object at distance u from P. P is actually called pole. To get image of object O, we have to draw two rays. First, ray OP incident normally emerges out without any deviation. Ray OA incident at an angle I undergoes refraction and follows path AI. Follows path AI. I is image of object O. Let R be the angle of refraction. Let R be the angle of refraction. Let alpha, beta, gamma be the angles made by incident ray, comma refracted ray, comma normal with principal axis. Alpha, beta, gamma be the angle made by incident ray, refracted ray, comma normal with principal axis. With this explanation, actually we have explained the diagram part. Now we have to explain that equation part. Once you complete till this tell, then so that I can start with mathematical part.
Done, sir.
You're done full?
No, not then.
Not yet? Okay.
Not then.
Complete. Yes, completed now, Swam?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm just drawing rough diagram to explain you the angles relation. This was I, A, O, C. This is capital I, alpha, beta, gamma. This is R. In triangle O, A, C, I is which angle? Interior or exterior? In triangle OAC, what is I? Interior angle or exterior angle?
Exterior.
Exterior.
What is property of exterior? It is sum of remote
Sum of
interior.
remote.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
And in triangle ACI, what is gamma? In triangle ACI,
Exterior.
exterior. So can I say gamma will be then R plus beta?
Yes, sir.
So if I get I and R, can I use Snell's law?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
In triangle OAC, I is an exterior angle. Therefore, I is alpha plus gamma. Let this be equation 1. In triangle ACI, gamma is an exterior angle. Therefore, gamma equals to R plus beta. R equals to gamma minus beta. Now, by Snell's law of refraction, mu 21 is sine I upon sine R. So mu 2 upon mu 1. Mu 21 can be written as mu 2 upon mu 1 equals to sine I upon sine R. Please copy till this.
Done, sir.
Okay. So mu2 upon mu1 is sin A upon sin R. And I we got alpha plus gamma, R we got gamma minus beta. Since I comma R are very small, therefore sin I is approximately I and sin R is approximately R. Therefore mu2 upon mu1 will become I by R. So mu2 R equals to mu1 I. Therefore mu2 into R, which is gamma minus beta. What we got? R gamma minus beta.
Yes, sir.
Mu1 alpha plus gamma. So mu2 gamma minus mu2 beta is mu1 alpha plus mu1 gamma. So mu2 gamma minus mu1 gamma is mu1 alpha plus mu2 beta. Therefore, gamma into mu2 minus mu1 equals to mu1 alpha plus mu2 beta. Let this be equation 3. Now, if you see, at least partially we got something. Mu2 minus mu1 we got, mu1 we got, mu2 we got. Alpha, beta, gamma I have to remove. And if I can remove that, I will get my expression. Copy till this. Once you complete, please tell her.
Done, sir.
Okay. So we got gamma into mu2 minus mu1 equals to mu1 alpha plus mu2 beta. Now see. This was that diagram which we have drawn. Alpha, beta, gamma. What will be tan alpha? Is it this opposite side upon adjacent side? Tan alpha.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this was A, this is P, this is O. So tan alpha is nothing but this arc AP, because angle is very small. So this arc we can take as perpendicular. Since angle is small, diagram may be enlarged. Angle is small, so opposite side arc AP upon OP will be our tan alpha. And tan alpha is approximately alpha if angles are small. So since alpha, beta, gamma are very small, therefore tan alpha is approximately alpha equals to arc AP upon OP equals to arc AP upon minus U, because left hand side by convention distance is taken as negative. Tan beta approximately beta, which is arc AP upon PI. So arc AP, PI is V, positive because it is on right hand side. Tan gamma, approximately gamma, which is arc AP upon PC, that is nothing but arc AP upon radius R. So from 3 mu2 minus mu1 gamma is arc AP upon R equals to mu1 alpha is arc AP upon minus u plus mu2 arc AP upon v. Arc AP, arc AP, arc AP throughout cancel. So mu2 minus mu1 upon r equals to mu2 upon v minus mu1 upon u. Follow derivation? Hello? Further follow?
Yes, sir.
Copy.
Yes.
Lengthy proof. This if comes in exam, it will be for 4 marks. For our entrance, we have to remember last line. Mu2 minus mu1 upon r is mu2 upon v minus mu1 upon u. Complete till end.
Done, sir.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Huh? So mu2 minus mu1 upon r is equals to mu2 upon v minus mu1 upon v. Now one numerical I am doing for you. find the refractive index of material of prism if angle of prism is same as angle of minimum deviation. Many times asked in the entrance or even in college exam. Find the refractive index of material of prism if angle of prism is same as angle of deviation. Material of prism means I have to find mu if angle is same as angle of deviation. Data clear first? Hello, data is clear
Yes,
with
sir.
you? Okay. Whenever you see angle of minimum deviation, please start with prism formula. What is prism formula? Refractive index is sine of a plus delta m upon 2 divided by sine a by 2. Now we are interested in mu and a and delta is same. So wherever I see delta m, clear cut I can write there a because both are same. So sine a plus a upon 2 divided by sine a by 2. What is a plus a? Is it 2a?
Yes, sir.
And 2a upon 2 is only a.
Yes.
So we get mu is sine a upon sine a by 2. After this, you should know trigonometry. Anybody knows what is sine a formula?
Sin A by 2,
Two
cos A by 2.
sine to cos.
2 times sine a by 2. 2 times sine a by 2 cos a by 2. Correct? You all know this. Correct? No? Upon sine a by 2. Can I cancel this sine a by 2, sine a by 2? So what will be mu? 2 times?
Cos A by 2.
Yes. So sometimes they will ask find the refractive index. Sometimes they can say find the angle. If they ask angle A, then answer will become mu upon 2 is cos A by 2. Therefore, cos inverse mu by 2 is A by 2. 2 times cos inverse mu by 2 is A. If they ask A, then you have to proceed that way. Anybody who has not followed the sum,
Parts.
please copy. Very important sum. Done? Completed?
Yes.
Okay. Anay and current, you can leave, huh? Because this is the only last term. Everybody has completed?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that's all for today. Sunday's test already I have told. Measurement and scalars